It's a lot of pools. Pools and off. Some pools and off. Pools and
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining the Stop the Nonsense show. I'm your host, Jim Janagarib, and this is where we talk about things that might just grind your gear, right? Things that just irk you, and you just want to tell people to stop it. Stop the nonsense. Sometimes it might be uncomfortable. Maybe you don't want to talk about it with people around you, maybe coworkers or friends and family, or out in public. You know, most of the things we're talking about here is out in the public. When you see people doing nonsense things or say nonsense things, you want to call them out. You just want to tell them to stop it. Before you know it, people just keep doing it because it's quote unquote the norm, right? And you just want to say, stop it, stop the nonsense. So hopefully, we talk about things that maybe you feel the same way, or maybe you hadn't really thought about it, but maybe I can convince you. And together we can make this world a better place, hopefully. So for today's topic, I think it's going to be maybe a little bit controversial. Maybe some of you listening are going to tell me to stop the nonsense, but I hope before you do that, give me a chance. Let me say my piece. And then you can be the judge of what I'm trying to say. I'm going to be talking about organic foods, whole foods. You know, that's apparently the thing, right? When it comes to eating healthy, quote unquote, everybody wants organic this and organic that. And of course, the marketing geniuses and the stores and everybody that's selling anything that can make an extra couple bucks out of it are going to call it organic. And, you know, a lot of us do pay extra and eat all that stuff up. Hook, line, and sinker. No pun intended, or maybe it was. But what is organic food? Can you tell me what that is? Was it just people that don't use pesticides or fertilizer? Or, you know, people do use fertilizer, but it's organic fertilizer? Cow manure? Is that organic? How about chickens and eggs? When they say organic, they're just not feeding them. I guess they can't be feeding them pesticides, right? What are they feeding them? Vegetables? What is organic eggs? We're crying out loud. So I do have a property with some chickens on it. They do have an area, like a 30 feet by maybe 14 feet that they can walk around and, you know, they scratch around, but I buy them bags of food. They can't just eat the dirt all day, every day. I do buy them bags of food and they lay brown eggs. So that, yeah, they are free range, I guess, but is that organic? I don't know. I can't really explain it. Yeah, sure. We give them extra leftover vegetables and stuff, maybe some rice when we have them. They love it. Shoot, I've given them spaghetti. Is that organic? If they eat spaghetti? I don't know. But I don't even know what organic eggs are. But Lord knows, at the grocery store, they jack up the price and mark it organic. And most of us can't really explain what organic is. Maybe you can. And good for you if you can. But even if it is somehow organic, they're giving them mealworms and bugs, and that's why it's organic all the time. Can you tell the difference between an quote-unquote organic egg and a regular egg? Honestly, when you crack that egg, put it in your frying pan, maybe it's sunny side up, omelet, whatever, can you taste the difference? I certainly can't. By the time you put your salt and pepper, and some people like me, I do like ketchup now and then on my eggs, throw in some bacon. I don't know if anybody can honestly say you can tell the difference. And is that egg any better for you than a chicken that's been I guess eating pellets, like the way I feed mine at the farm. I don't know. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking about to say stop the nonsense. Um, Honestly, I don't think you can taste the difference. I don't think there's any studies out there that has proven eating organic foods, fruits and vegetables, or eggs for that matter, has improved or somebody's lived longer because that's all they ate versus somebody who hasn't, or somebody didn't get ill versus somebody who has because of the organic versus non-organic food. Has there been any studies? Please help me out here. I don't know of any studies. I don't know. And before you poo-poo my notion here, help me out. Is it true if you can taste the difference, do a taste test, whether it's vegetables, eggs, or I don't even know if there's organic milk, but anything organic, taste the difference. Do a blind taste test. I promise you, you can't tell the difference. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. Vegetables. What is organic vegetables? Again, is it when they don't put pesticides on it, or if they don't use pesticides, like bugs do get to them, right? So what are they using? Like they're just using, dish soap and vinegar? Is that how farmers are farming organic things? I don't know. I do have on my property some blueberries, and I'll be honest, I've tested it. I've tested just to see if it grows any different, if it tastes any different. So I've actually sprayed a few rows of the blueberries and with pesticides just to see, and I've given them, uh, fertilizer, which I bought from Home Depot, nitrogen and phosphorus and potash and all that good stuff. Yep, I did my homework, and I even tested the soil to see what they need. And I just tried a few rows, and then there's a bunch of rows that I just didn't do anything to. And guess what? I honestly couldn't tell the difference when they grew. When the season came around and the blueberries came around, I couldn't tell the difference between the taste. The ones I didn't do anything with grew just as well, and healthy looking blueberries just as big and just as plump and tasty as the ones I did. And honestly, the bug situation was the same on either. I mean, I don't know if for some reason we don't, knock on wood, don't have a lot of bugs on blueberry bushes, but um, and the bees came and pollinated and everything looked well. I couldn't tell the difference the way they grew and the way they tasted versus the, you know, pesticide and the ones I gave fertilizer on. So I honestly don't know if one is better for you than the other. They taste the same, they look the same, smell the same, have the same qualities. I can't tell you if it's true. And I wonder, I don't think there's any regulations, right? I've called around to ask, how do you make or advertise your blueberries as organic? And I even called the Department of Agriculture here in Florida, and they said they don't have any regulations whatsoever. Frankly, they said the people that are purchasing from you, it's their standards. They're the ones who tell you what you need to do if you want to, mark them as organic. And but the Department of Agriculture, at least not in Florida, has nothing to do with saying yes, this is true organic or not. You can buy regular eggs from Walmart, I guess, and stamp them as organic. And so what? Nobody, as far as the law is concerned, I don't think they care. Well, they told me they don't care. It's the purchaser. So if you're going to sell to, I don't know, the grocery store, and they say, well, you have to get somehow certified to be organic, to market organic, sure. In fact, I did sell some of my blueberries to a local supermarket. I didn't mark them as organic or non-organic, even though they are organic, because, like I said, out of the few rows, the rest of them, i.e., another what 40 plus rows were not um, fertilized or sprayed with anything, and they grew fine. And when I sold it to the store, I just sold them as is. He didn't ask. I don't think they cared if it was organic or not. Um, and the same goes with like I said, everything else, vegetables. Gosh, what's organic meat? I know there's grass fed, right? I guess the cows eat grass. I don't know what else would they eat. Every time I see a cow, it's in a field eating grass. So what are they eating? Pellets? The others are, which we don't see are just eating, mesh and mush and I don't know. Uh, so they're not organic. And frankly, a steak is a steak. When you throw it on that frying pan or grilling it, I honestly don't know if you can tell the difference taste wise. Put on your A1 sauce or your barbecue sauce. Can you tell the difference? I certainly can't. And that's where I'm going with this is I'm saying, people, let's tone it down a little bit with the organic this and organic that, holistic that or holistic that. Stop the nonsense. Please stop it. People are jacking up the prices and you don't even know if it's organic or not for sure. I don't think we can even explain what an organic egg looks like or should be like. They all look the same, taste the same. Even these commercials, Eggland's Best. The hell is that? Is that any better than other eggs just because they got a little stamp on it? That makes it better? I promise you can't taste the difference. And maybe it's all in our heads. Oh, yeah, it's marked organic on the box. It's got to be organic, and I'm going to live longer and healthier. Look around you. Those people who eat mostly organic foods, are they any healthier? They don't get sick like the rest of us who don't eat organic so much? Are they healthier? I don't know. I know people that claim they eat organic all the time and they avoid other nonsense that has pesticides and stuff on it, which I don't know how they know that, how much pesticides. They get just as sick. They're just as weak. They're just as strong. They're just as normal as the rest of us, whatever normal is, right? People that end up, ill in their later years, people that live longer, but some not as long. I don't think if they ate organic or didn't, nobody knows, and I don't think anybody's tracking it. I don't think anybody can prove anything, and I honestly think it makes no difference, frankly. Organic honey, is there such a thing? I don't know. I mean, I guess there is. You can feed your honey sugar water. I guess that's not organic, right? If you put water and sugar and put it by their hive, they will turn that into honey, by the way, if you didn't know that. So I don't know. And frankly, I don't know if you can do that. I mean, you want to pollinate places anyway, so I guess there is non-organic honey, and anything else you can think about. But I'm saying to you, my friends, tone it down. I think a lot of organic type eaters and people should think about it. Maybe A, you can't taste the difference, and B, is there any real proof that a non-organic egg is not as good for you as an organic egg? I don't know. Like I said, my chickens are eating pellets and they're running almost free. I guess they're in a chicken run, but they do eat bugs here and there. I don't know if that's organic. I don't think it is, but their eggs are delicious and they look nice. They're brown eggs, and the chickens are super healthy. I don't feel any difference. I can't taste the difference of anything that's non-organic. And frankly, I go out of my way not to buy expensive labeled organic food. And knock on wood, I think I'm okay health-wise. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. Well, my friends, if I haven't convinced you yet, those of you still who think I should stop the nonsense with all this organic talk, and if you're still going to go to the grocery store and pay a little extra or a lot extra because it's labeled quote unquote organic, then ask yourself these three questions. One, do you know for sure that that's organic? How do you know that? Ask yourself. Secondly, ask yourself this: what makes it organic? I've gone to the store, and is it the farmer who puts what's labeled organic fertilizer? I've gone to the store. If you go to Home Depot, you'll see organic fertilizer, and if you open it up, it's little balls of pellets. And is that organic just because they labeled it organic? I don't know. Ask yourself that. Do you know what made it organic? And then finally, are you going to live longer? Are you going to live healthier than the rest of us who don't eat organic food? And if you say yes, is there any proof to that? Can you prove that? Has there been any proof to that? It's a great soundbite. Don't get me wrong. It sounds great. Organic. Oh, wonderful. Is it all true though? Is it? Again, I think we would all agree you can't taste the difference of an organic apple versus a non-organic apple or whatever else is organic. If you can't answer these questions, or the answer is no, you don't know, then start thinking about it. Maybe, just maybe, there's a small point to this whole conversation that I'm having here, that it's all sound bites and they're just labeling it a little extra on the price. And a lot of us are buying it because it sounds good, right? But if you can't prove it, if you don't have the data to back all that up, I'm saying let's take another closer look at it. Maybe, hopefully, maybe you'll see it through my lens, and my point of view will sink in a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Think about it. There you have it, my friends. There's your Stop the Nonsense episode about organic, holistic foods. Stop making people or letting people jack up the price, and it's really not making any difference taste-wise, or I don't even think health-wise. I don't know of any studies. I've actually researched it. I don't know of any studies out there that proves eating organic is going to make you healthier or live longer. There's no such thing. And if there is, please let me know. Humor me. Otherwise, let's all stop the nonsense. Thanks for listening and tuning in. I'm your host, Jim Garrett.